Black light here. Continuing on, Church of What's Happening Now. Detroit is, we're going to call Detroit Fort Detroit. And I said that not only have the Caucasian came back to Detroit and occupying downtown, now they begin to move into Black Bottom, turning Black Bottom into White Bottom, and occupying the neighborhoods, moving side by side. The neighborhoods that was all black. See, I often told this, some of my past videos, you could go back and check it out. But over there on the Wildermere, Finkel, back 65, even earlier than that. 62, 63. I moved over in the Wildermere in 56. I was 10. But I was going to Mumford High School. And we had to fight a gang called the Highwaymen just to go in the doors. You know, I can't tell the whole story in chronological effect because I only give myself a short period of time to come across to you. So I try to touch on the main points. And we defeated the street gang, the motorcycle gang called the Highwaymen. And we started controlling our neighborhood. And ran the families, Caucasians, past Livernois, past Wyoming, past Greenfield, all the way back to Telegraph, Southfield, Telegraph, and they went and built up Southfield, Oak Park. Brothers all over in Oak Park now. Brothers is all over in Hopper Woods. All these used to be white. But while brothers is occupying Oak Park, Southfield, Hopper Woods, East Detroit, St. Clair Shores, they begin even moving to Grosse Pointe. They out in Bloomfield Hills, they out in Farmington. But the city is still 80% black, but the Caucasians are moving back in. Dearborn is mostly Arab. Blacks still live there. Inkster is getting to be Arab. Blacks still live there. Ecorse is black. Flint, Ann Arbor is white, but blacks is beginning to live up there. So Detroit, all this is the surrounding areas of Detroit. Detroit is the battlefield. Temple number 1 was here first. Elijah did his thing, then he had to leave because they threatened his life to Chicago. Headquarters is in Chicago. The brothers are here in Detroit are weak. A lot of our brothers gave in to the devil, lazy or whatever. You were supposed to, when Wallace came and separated from his daddy, sold all the nation's property, and we recognized that Wallace did all that. He brought back Farrakhan. And he was supposed to mend our wounds and start off where Elijah left off. I don't know what happened. Gave a couple of million man marches. Should have put him over the top. I don't know what happened. Elijah wanted hospitals, black owned and operated hospitals. Now we gonna need all of this, all of that, farms and everything for this war that's getting ready to jump off. Now, right now the Caucasian is positioning himself the North against the South again, once again. Whoever come out on top is going to try to control the whole world, the whole planet. They're positioning themselves to control the whole planet. The most dangerous threat to him is the black man here. So he wants to phase in the King Alpha plan, stage 2, to get us to rebel, and we ain't ready. Brothers talking about rebelling. Y'all know y'all ain't ready. Y'all are not ready. They say the mothership is going to help us fight on the side of the righteous. This is my point of view on it. Before all of that happens, the mothership coming into effect, we got to weed out the hypocrites, to weed out the weeds in the garden of the righteous. It's a day of separation, even amongst the black man. But we don't supposed to kill each other trying to separate. We just got to be able to recognize who's real and who ain't. Who's down with the whitey? What coon is down with the whitey? Who is the boule? And I'm gonna say it like this. Homosexuals say, well, you can be black conscience and still a homosexual. No. It ain't just about being black. It's not just about being black. It's also about being righteous. We have a morality in the mix. That's where your biggest weapon is. Your biggest weapon is not made of steel. Your biggest weapon is made of righteousness and truth. That's the supreme vibration of the universe. Righteousness and truth. When you got righteousness and truth, you're at a higher frequency. That's where everything grows at. Righteousness and truth. When you got righteousness and truth in you, you can get bit by a poison snake and survive the snake bite. You can get shot and survive the shot, survive the fatal. You could flatline. Depending on your degree of righteousness and truth, you could come back. You can regenerate yourself at a faster level with righteousness and truth. You can heal yourself at a faster, because see, it's really in the conscious or in the mind. It ain't so much about what you eat. Well, that plays an important, effect on you. But that's not everything. The main thing is how you think. And what comes out your mouth because even in the Quran say like you don't supposed to eat pork, but you might have to eat pork to survive, which happened over here when we were slaves. Kunta Kinte, he didn't want to eat pork, but he had to eat pork to survive. He didn't want to speak this language, but he had to survive. So we, the brothers over here, sisters over here, are from the tribe of Shabazz, the strongest brothers and sisters of the planet. Shabazz means greater taker. Now we're moving out of to be at one with the universe, but yet we still are still in it, but we're going up to what are we arguing about? Brothers, that's what them chat rooms do. Everybody, who got the best argument, right? But the Quran say don't argue with them. There's no compulsion. It say the Quran says that you can argue and argue, but they ain't gonna hear you. They got their minds made up, and they still gonna do what they gonna do, say what they gonna say, be what they gonna be. So take it, once you set out the truth in a righteous way to them, everything you do got to be right. Even when you set out the truth, it's got to be done in a righteous way. Step back. Black light out.